Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
So this morning we will continue to read Shri Radha, Rasa, Sudhanidhi, verse 73. O feet, I offer my obeisances unto you. In the powerful core time, I have attained the nectar ocean of love rasa, Shri Radha, who is only attained by those who take exclusive shelter of the mood of the gopis. Even great devatas, like Lord Rama and Lord Shiva, are unable to keep even a speck of dust from her lotus feet on their heads. O faith, I offer my obeisances unto you. In the powerful course of time, I have obtained the nectar ocean of lovers, Shiva, who is only attained by those who take exclusive shelter of the mood of the gopis. Even the great devatas, like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, are unable to keep even a speck of dust from her lotus feet on their heads. Sri Radha, who is attainable in due course of time. Commentary. Sri Radha is sweetness personified. God's sweet aspect covers over the knowledge of his actual position and his powers.
So this explanation is very similar in the introduction of Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada explained it. Conception of God and conception of the absolute truth is not the same. Outside Braja, everybody looking for God, and we may say only Vrindavan, God exhibit exclusively sweetness. So outside Braja, even Mathura, even Dwaraka, many people feeling he means Krishna is God or Krishna is super soul. But in Braja, nobody think Krishna is God. Krishna is my dear friend. Krishna is dear my son. Or Krishna is my dear lover. And then beyond this, Krishna is under control of, here mentioned, gopis. Means lover is greater than God. Then among the lovers, who is greatest? This is described in Srimad Bhagavatam little bit. Because one gopi ran away from Maharasa, Rasa. And then immediately Krishna looking after this gopi, one special gopi. But Shukadeva afraid or hesitate to mention that gopi's name. But Acharya knows this gopi is here mentioned. Sweetness personified, love personified, Radha, Srimati Radha. And then this, who is Radha? What is Radha? What is the greatness of Radhika's love? Or how can he or others can taste this Radhika's love? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed the greatness of Radhika, or Radhika's feeling, Radhika's love, and how can he taste it? So this is the essence of this Braja. Among the Braja Rasa, Radhika's feeling, Mahabhava, especially Madanakya Mahabhava, and the highest. And who can taste this only intimate maid servant of Radhika could taste. So we may say only Gaudiya Vaishnava who follow Goswami in Vrindavan and also following Sri Nitai Gora, that person could understand and could taste and to become Manjari and Kinkai. So this is Gurudev said, it's a three reasons to appear. Why Mahaprabhu appear? The three reasons, there are intimate reason also there. So this reason is usually Chaitanya Manobhishtam. So this is a kind of essence of Gaudiya Vaishnava. We are not looking for God. We are looking for this sweetness personified Radhika. And we are looking for Radhika's moha. And we want to serve the intimate Nikunja or Nivrit Nikunja. Whatever desire, whatever feeling, we want to follow and we want to fulfill their desire and their feeling. This is that.
Sri Radha is sweetness personified. God's sweet aspect covers over the knowledge of his actual position and prowess. Srimad Jiva Goswami has written in his commentary on Bhagavatam 12:10, just as nectar for the churning of the cosmic ocean, devotees who worship God in his sweet aspect churn the ocean of Krishna's divine prowess with the pivot of love and attain the nectar of his sweetness. So just as nectar came from the churning of the cosmic ocean, devotees who worship God in his sweet aspect churn the ocean of Krishna's divine prowess with the pivot of love and attain the nectar of his sweetness.
So this is interesting for me, for us. It says, shining the ocean of Krishna divine prowess with the pivot of love. Pivot of love is like the center. So love is center. And so Gurudev's word, love is the way, love is the goal. This is very interesting. Pivot of love means all center is love. All problem solved by love. Prema Prayojana is the aim of life. But which Prema Prayojana is, which Prema is our goal? This should be discussed. So at first I was reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. At that time, yeah, Krishna Prema is God. That I understood. But later on, slowly understand what kind of Krishna Prema it should be hankering. But this knowledge, this is only reading Chaitanya Charitamrita by ourselves is not enough. We must hear someone who is very high level, someone who has very high level of realization and who has Baba is called Rashka Vaishnava. We must hear And also we understood after reading Rasa Shastra, after hearing Rasa Shastra, like Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi and Virakaksimati. And then this conception of prema, conception of divine love, had become more deep, or deeper and deeper. Then after that, if we read or hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita, then we could understand the more clear conception of prema prayoja, which is brought by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually Radha, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's feeling is radical. So because his inside Baba is radical, outside Kara is radical. Krishna also there, but they are sandwiched by radical's love and radical's feeling and radical's bodily kanti. So if we understand Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is radical, then we could understand Chaitanya's Leela. Without understanding Mahaprabhu is radical, then our understanding is not to go deep. So this is we are feeling, I am feeling.
This verse from Bhagavatam.
So it's not easy to come. Yes, Sudharaji, yes, please.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to share that this verse from Bhagavatam tells us, it doesn't tell us something new about who to worship, namely Radha instead of Krishna, but it also tells us something about how to worship, what practice is, that instead of switching Radha for Krishna somehow, Manjari practice, Manjari Bhav is churning. Instead of seeing Krishna as the divine opulence, what does he say? The ocean of divine powers is something, a great mountain or something perfect and unmoving that we experience from the outside. The verse says that it's through churning Krishna we find his inner softness, his sweetness. So it's by churning Krishna that we find the divine. And churning Krishna means the practice of Manjari, of serving the loving meetings, the loving emotions, the loving desires of the couple, the Yugala Kishore. By this, the heart is ever active, always churned, always awake, and the love is always growing. So we must not think we replace one opulent king with one opulent queen. Rather, our practice is to make the love live, to churn the sweetness of God through our loving practice. Radha.
This book, Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, is like a monsoon flood of divine sweetness. This book, Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, is like a monsoon flood of divine sweetness. Although sweetness is the quintessence of Godhead, it is built on the foundation of God's innate prowess. Unless there is an underlying divine prowess, Krishna's sweet form, past and qualities will appear to be mundane. Therefore, Sripad is sometimes hinting at Srimati's great divine prowess also for the perfection of his book's sweetness.
Wow. This is it. What you want to say? Again, repeat.
The book Radha like a monsoon flood of divine sweetness. Although sweetness is the quintessence of Godhead, it is built on foundation of God's innate prowess. Unless there is an underlying divine prowess or Krishna's sweet form, pastimes, and qualities, they will appear to be. So first, understand who God is. What are his activities? What is his role? His controlling, all-pervading existence. This basic knowledge about the God, that he is living in all living entities, different kinds of living entities. So that I'm not this body, I'm the soul part and partial of God, and he is always living and following soul. He is always following the soul, like Paramati, he said, super soul. So this basic understanding is very important to be fixed in the consciousness of sadhaka, so that he can properly understand another meaning of God, and this is his sweetness. Gurudev is very often is saying, and it's helped to me very much, okay, now I know who God is, and now I accept it, but now I want to know him. So without, Baba is continuing, I don't want to speak my words, but to repeat Baba's words, unless there is an underlying divine prowess. Underlying. So it means it should be very, very carefully clear. Who is the God? Krishna's sweet form, pastimes, and qualities will appear to be mundane. Sweet form, sweet pastimes, and sweet qualities will be mundane. Why they will be mundane? Because Krishna doesn't want to express his power like a godhead. Especially he doesn't want to do it here in Vrindavan. And when we listen his human-like pastimes, we can make mistake by thinking that he is ordinary person, ordinary boy, ordinary person. And if we think that he is just mundane, ordinary person, we cannot relish the sweetness of his nature and why he is manifesting this sweetness. And Baba is saying this divine aspect of Godhead can be churned with pilot of love to attain nectar of sweetness. Not only nectar, but nectar of sweetness. And if you remember, the honey is not so sweet, not so relishable. If you just take out from this box where the bees are making honey, you have to work to make a honey sweet. And it's going with the process of churning. And this process of churning and this stick which can be churned the nectar is devotee's love, devotee's heart. Then honey can be sweet. Yeah. Relish. So Baba is, I repeat again, unless there is underlying divine prowess, Krishna's sweet form, pastimes, and sweet qualities will appear to be mundane. Now he's going in another way to continue. Therefore, Sripad is sometimes hinting at Srimati's great divine praise also for the perfection of his book's sweetness. So
means
also, yes,
it means
you mentioned that.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, please continue.
Just very short. It means that our job is not to worship the opulent prowess of God, but to melt the heart of God with sweetness.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, yeah.
So, Gauranga Sundara explained very nicely. They want to add about the work of our Father and work of Narayana. Special devotee, like someone who is born Braja, or someone comes from early age in Braja, or special sanskara who has Braja Rasa. That is different. I feel Prabhupada went to United States 1960, I think 5 September. At that time, Prabhupada wanted to distribute Raga Bhakti, but it seems not so easy for United States because at that time America is number one very opulent country, and the younger generation become hippie because they discussed richness over just ordinary life. they go to intoxication, they do whatever they like, they want to find happiness. So in that situation, Prabhupada felt. So at first he has to establish Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Means Krishna's Aishwarya aspect, like flawless and very much opulence. So therefore, for Western devotees, even including next generation, we are learned Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. When I come to know this translation, I shocked because we know God, but why Prabhupada mentioned Supreme and Personality of Godhead? So this is slowly we could understand the Prabhupada intention because many gods there, especially India, they are mixing everything. Okay, Shiva is supreme, Devi Durga is supreme, or Vishnu is supreme. This kind of conception is still in India, kind of Mayavada philosophy. But the Prabhupada said, no, he is person. We could have a relationship. And he's not ordinary boy, he's a supreme person, top person. All Sarva Karana, all is top person. And then we are learning, okay, Krishna is supreme Lord. But this is problem because to enter Vrajarasa, Raganuga Bhakti, this is, but the Prabhupada could not mention indirectly when he was planet in this planet because we are not so ready to accept this conception. And then Prabhupada said to Narayana Maharaj, please help Western devotees. At that time, I think 1977, I think October or December, November. Then when we approached Narayana Maharaj, we shocked again. Narayana Maharaj said, forget Krishna's supreme God. Forget Krishna's supreme person, supreme God. And we shocked. And then slowly we understood. To establish relationship, we must forget Krishna Supreme Person. But for us, for very foreign person like me, we have to know at first establish Krishna's opulence, Krishna's Almighty, and Krishna's Godhead. Then we can feel again. Next stage we can feel Krishna's sweetness. So this Baba I mentioned very beautifully, and Gauranga also explained very beautifully. So just I want to comment.
Now, in his external consciousness, he or Shripad particularly praises the present age of Kali, saying, that ocean of love nectar, Shiva, is gradually attained in due course of time by those who follow in the footsteps of the gopis. In his external consciousness, he particularly praises the present age of Kali, saying, that ocean of love nectar, Shiva, is gradually attained in due course of time by those who follow in the footsteps of the gopis. In due course of time means now the age of Kali has come and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared. Srimad Jiva Goswami comments on the Bhagavata verse Krishna Varnam Krishna Krishnam 11:5-32 in one day of Lord Brahma, which contains 14 Manu eras in the 28th fourfold era of Chaturyuga of Vaishvasvatama Manu. And one Manu consists 71 Chaturyugas. At the end of Dwapara Yuga, the Lord of Goloka, Sri Krishna, descends to earth to play his manifest Vrindavan pastimes. After each of these Krishna descensions in the following Kali age is descension of a special avatar named Shiv Gora, who wants to relish the sentiments of Sri Krishna's topmost devotee, Srila. After each of these Krishna's descensions in the following Kali age is the descension of a special avatar named Shiv Gora, who wants to relish the sentiments of Sri Krishna's topmost devotee, Sri Radha. Sri Ramananda Roy tells Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 8th chapter, your own private reason to descend was to relish Radha's feelings of love. Your own private reason to descend was to relish Radha's feelings of love. And as bycoming factor, you feel the three words with prema. The love that Mahaprabhu came to bring was Una Total Rasa, elevated, amorous mood towards Krishna. This gift is Anarpita Charin Chira, not given for a long time. Thus, Sri Radha's friendship and service has become attainable in due course of time by those who take shelter of the moon or the gods. there is a poem. Now, no matter how much they worship Sri Radha, the benefactors of the world, like Lord Shiva, well-wishers of the world, like Shiva, speaker of the Tantras, and Lord Brahma, the speaker of the Vedas, could not get her foot dust on their heads. All faith. In the powerful course of time, those who take shelter of the gopis can churn the rasa ocean of love nectar, and will attain aggregate of all goddesses of fortune. I will repeat it again. O faith, obeisances unto you. In the powerful course of time, those who take shelter of the gopis can churn the rasa ocean of love nectar, and will attain the aggregate of all goddesses of fortune. Shiva. Who knows that esoteric practice by which one can bring Radha in the form of manja? Who knows that esoteric practice by which one can get the nectarian service of Sri Radha in the form of manja? Sripad Prabhupada says, dedicated maid servant in of devotional service in the puja. Dedicated maid servant enjoys the bliss of devotional service in the puja. So this is the end of the verse commentary of the verse 73.
More.
Yes. So we can continue now with verse 74. Let Krishna's parents and all elders of Raja stay at a distance. All glories to them. Let the circle of Krishna's friends keep some distance. Let the servants of the Lord of Raja, Krishna, stay especially far away. What to speak? Let them all stay away from the puja gate, where I stand as a loving maidservant. Let them all stay away from the puja gate, where I stand as a loving maidservant. Hearing the sash of bells of Rishabhan's beautiful daughter jingling as she makes love with her lusty finger.
Wonderful. Again, this last line you mentioned. So why?
Should I read it?
Last line loudly.
Let them all stay away from the puja gate, where I stand as a loving maidservant, hearing the sash of bells of Rishabhanu's beautiful daughter jingle as she makes love with her lusty lover. The secret bowels of Vraja. Commentary. Srimad Mahaprabhu taught Sri Rupa Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 90, 138 up to 140. There are innumerable living entities in the universe that reincarnate in 8.4 million different species of life. There are two different kinds of them, moving and non-moving species. The moving species are divided into animals and fishes. Out of them, the human species is very few, and amongst the humans, there are all kinds of barbarous races. Amongst humans, there are just a few who follow the Vedas, and half of them offer only lip service to them. But, I'm sorry, amongst humans, there are just a few who follow the Vedas, and half of them offer only lip service to them, but commit sins that are forbidden by these Vedas, and are thus not counted amongst religious people. Amongst religious people, there are many fruitive workers, and out of millions.
What is fruitive worker?
We say currents, people, persons who are working just to attain fruits for their own enjoyment. I'm working on the field to get some fruits, vegetables, so that I can eat for my pleasure, and also that I can sell it to earn money and spend also for my pleasure. This is one example. And then we can spread this example to different kinds of activities, of course. Whatever I do, and whichever result I attain, I want to spend only for myself, or maybe my dear family, which is my expansion. This is the fruitive workers, and are using religion to be pious and to earn this money on the pious way. This is why it's said amongst religious people, there are many fruitive workers. Showing outside, I'm great dharmic, I'm great follower of this and that religion, but deep inside of my heart, in my consciousness, whatever I do, I'm doing for myself. And maybe sometimes I take a small share and give to the God. And only because of that, they are called religious people. But everything else, I'm keeping, spending, taking for myself. And God has to help me to earn more money, to have more benefit of my work. And for that reason, I am worshiping Him by giving Him just a little. And He has to provide everything. I give you €1, but you have to help me to earn €1,000. And Gurudev very often is saying, actually this is Amazon news. I order something from you and you supply me. And if you don't supply me, I will change the company. I'm not satisfied with that. You want to add something?
This is God conscious.
Yes. Amongst these kind of people, religious people, there may be one great wise man. And out of millions of wise men, one is liberated. Wise man, it means someone who is educated with Vedic knowledge. He has a gyan, we say technically gyan. He has a knowledge about Vedic scriptures and how to use Vedic scriptures to attain my materialistic goal. They are very wise. But out of millions of such kind of men, one is liberated. One attains some kind of liberation. And out of millions of liberated souls, one person may be a devotee of Krishna.
Wow.
So this is the famous words of Prabhupada will say, Karmi is not devotee, Jnani is not devotee, Yogi is not devotee, only devotee is devotee. But this explanation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Rupa Goswami is showing us sadhakas, also direction, how to be perceptive deep in ourselves, how still this tendency, this propensity for karma, jnana, or yoga is present in the heart. This is what the homework for each of us. Now, of all devotees of Krishna, devotee in Raja mood is even more rare. And more rare than them are those who attain the mood of Sakis, Srimati Radharani's girlfriends. And most rare are devotees who attain Manjari Bhava, personal service of Swami Radhika. In the previous words, Sripad described how Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and all great sages and gods can hardly enter into the confidential truths about Sri Radha. And in these words, he explains how also Krishna's own servants, friends, and parents in Raja cannot enter into his confidential pastimes with gopis in the forest flowers. First of all, he says, the elderly cowboys, as well as Krishna's own parents, stay far away from the meat object. Why is that? For them, Krishna is always their child, and the parental relationship is incompatible with the amorous relationship. For them, Krishna is always a mere child, and parental relationship is compatible with the amorous relationship. For Mother Yashoda, Krishna is always the child that still needs her breast milk. So they are fixed in their bond of Vatsalyas. And actually, they are not at all interested to know what Krishna is doing, because it's not interest of the father, mother, and those devotees. This is not their essential bond. It's similarly in material world. Parents, they want to know with whom, with which kind of girlfriend or boyfriend my child is. I want to know, but I don't want to listen to more details. It's not natural.
Why we are talking it? Because it's very important that everyone who has his own rasa
involved in his relationship with Krishna. If we are going just left and right, changing the process, the real nectar, the real sweetness cannot be turned with the fillet of love, and Rasa will not appear. Once, during Radha and Madhava's Purvaranga, beginning of love, Shyama Sundara saw Sri Radha's sweet face as he drove his cow's back. I'm sorry, yes. So once during Radha Madhava's Purvaranga, Shyama Sundara saw Sri Radha's sweet face as he drove his cows back to his village in the afternoon, Uttaragosh. And he became very eager to meet her. He couldn't sleep the whole night. And he meditated on her form while bathing in his own tears. In the morning, Mother Yashoda lovingly awakened him, saying, "Oh, my child, my blue jewel, get up, eat some butter. The sun has already risen. Oh, what is this? Oh, Gopala, why your eyes are so reddish? Tears are trickling from your eyes. Have you been swimming so much in Yamuna with your friends yesterday?" Mother quickly goes into the house and brings a yellow piece of cloth. She gives the cloth to Gopal and says, "Here, hold this to your eyes, that will soothe them." Seeing the yellow cloth, Madhava strongly remembers Sri Radha and he shed some more tears in front of his mother. There is no end to Mother Yashoda's worries. So she asked Kundalata, Krishna's niece-in-law, what is to be done? And Kundalata jokingly replies, Gopal's disease will not be cured by the yellow piece of clothes. You would better arrange for his marriage. You see, mother is naive because she looks at her son only from the perspective of mother. And when she sees that he's suffering somehow, she immediately thinks, maybe you're sick or maybe you're hungry. It's not even crossing her mind that maybe her son is in love. This is not natural for mother. And we see this is the human process. We just need open heart to relish the sweetness of relationship. And Gurudev is saying, and it's so simple. I don't understand why you cannot be fixed in your life. So this is the words of Kundalata. Even now, when Mother Yashoda hears this suggestion to marry Gopal, she bursts into laughter and pays no heed to Kundalata's words. Gopala is her milkmaid. Where is there any question of him getting married? Even now, he still desires my breast milk. What is Kundalata speaking about? My Gopal doesn't understand all this. She thinks like this. She's not aware that Gopal has grown out of childhood and has entered into adolescence. Although she sees that Gopal finds more pleasure from romantic incitements, like the Malayan breezes, the moonlight, and the fragrance of the flowers, than from sitting in her lap, still she doesn't see it. Although she sees that Gopal finds more pleasure from romantic incitements, moonlight, and fragrance of the flowers than from sitting on her lap. Still, she doesn't see it. Everything is in front of her eyes, but her bhava is covering what is in the heart of her beloved son. And this is very important that this motherly bhava be covered. Otherwise, she cannot serve and give the pleasure fully like a mother to Gopal. And in that way, each devotee in his bhava thinks my bhava is the best. Because only when he sees my bhava is the best, he can give everything from himself, all his capacity. Krishna is the parental mood. Those who worship Krishna in the parental mood cannot enter into his confidential bhava pastimes with Radha and gopis. Srimad Jiva Goswami writes in his Bhakti Sandarbha, persons whose senses feel masculine sensations or who worship Krishna in a parental mood or a servant's mood cannot enter into his confidential pastimes. And not that they cannot, they don't want to enter. Is it important? They don't want to enter in conjugal pastimes of Krishna, mother, father. They don't want. This is not natural for them, their body. Maybe they know something is going on, but I'm not interested. I don't have interest. Sripad then says, the friends stay far away. Krishna has four kinds of friends. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is explaining. In Gokula, Krishna has 4 kinds of friends. Suhrit, Sakha, Priya Sakha, and Priya Narma Sakha, in order of their intimacy. Of these 4, only Priya Narma Sakhas, like Subal and Madhumangal, can slightly enter into the confidential Kunja pastimes of Radha and Madhu. They can slightly enter into the confidential Kunja pastimes. It's not said Nivritti Kunja, it's said Kunja pastimes. And this is confirmed by Sri Rupa Goswami also in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Of the aforementioned classes of friends, Priya Narma Sakhas are the best. They are able to enter into Krishna's very intimate pastimes and have special mood, Sakhi Bhav. Even they have to take the mood of Sakhis to enter in this little confidential pastime. The Sukhrin Mandali mentioned in the words refers to Sukhrin, Sakha, and Priya Sakha. And in the Ujjvala Nilamani, it said, friends are, and an example of his good fortune is given below. Sri Rupa Manjari told the girlfriend Bhaktimanti, O Sakhi, what service of Krishna is there that Shriman Subal cannot enter into? When Krishna ends up in a quarrel with his girlfriends and they walk out on him, Subala pleases them with different words and brings them back to him. He makes a wonderful play bed for them in the bower house, and he fans them when they are tired of love making, and they recline on a bed of flowers. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti comments as follows. Although Subal took shelter of the mood of the Sakhis, he fans the exhausted lovers from outside of the kunja with a ceiling fan attached to the roof. He doesn't come right before them. He's not like a Manjari who can freely, without any hesitation, enter in Nivritti Kunja, stay in front of the bed when loving couple is completely intoxicated and starts to fan. He's doing fanning, but from outside, like a fan here. It's connected with the rope, and someone is pushing like this.
From outside.
From outside.
Isn't Subal also the one who is dressing as Radhika when they sometimes when Radhika is wanting to go out, she brings Subal in and Subal dresses as her, and then she leaves as Subal and Subal stays in the home, right?
I heard
because he's very similar.
I heard this also.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's staying outside.
Yeah, in the food.
He doesn't come right before them. This is conclusion. This means that even Priya Narma Sakhas like Subal cannot enter into the intimate position of the Sakhis and Manjaris because he is still covered by a masculine consciousness. Then Sripad says, Krishna's servants in Vraja stay far away from the pastimes in the love bowers. They don't have the reverential mood that the Lord's servants in other divine abodes, like Dwaraka or Vaikuntha, have. They don't have this kind of reverential mood. Their love is more sweet and intimate. They consider the Prince of Raja to be very qualified and intelligent. And in this way, they have respect for him. Jiva Goswami writes in 27, servants like Akrura have a predominating feeling of majestic respect for Krishna. Servants like Akrura have predominating feeling of majestic respect for Krishna. And Uddhava and others have a predominant feeling of sweetness, although the awareness of Krishna's prowess is also in them. So this is the mixture. But Krishna's servants in Raja have purely sweet love for him, thinking the beautiful Prince of Raja to be most powerful and qualified. This Dhira Lalita, Rajendra Nandan is powerful and qualified and intelligent. Nevertheless, these servants stay far away from Krishna's intimate Nikunja pastimes, because the male servant mood is incompatible with romantic moods. Only one man. Krishna is the only one man in this romantic exchange. If Krishna's parents, friends, and servants stay far away from his Bhava pastimes, then what to speak of others? With others is meant other devotees here. For other than devotees, nobody can enter into the kingdom of God and his service. And when Radha and Krishna are lying asleep in Vrindavana, early in the morning, the Shuka and Sharika parents on Vrinda's order must wake them up, remind them of the fact that their parents will find out about their secret rendezvous unless they quickly return home. Shyamasudra has forgotten all about his mother. Who cares about the mother? Shyamasudra has forgotten all about his mother and has the greatest difficulty in getting up from the bed and going home, leaving his Priyaji. After the amorous Rasa, the parental love is the greatest. And of all devotees in parental mood, Mother Yashoda is the greatest. If Krishna forgets even about her because of Radharani, then what to speak of other elders, friends, servants, or devotees from other divine realms. Krishna's mother and father, all his dear friends, his servants, what to speak of others, stay away from the sacred powerhouse. In that powerhouse, Radha is meddled by the lusty sports she enjoys with the lusty and I will stay at the gate of the border, meddled by seeing these pastimes.
This is like what is
I will stay at the gate. I will protect them. I will not allow anyone to come and enter. I'm completely intoxicated by seeing this and these pastimes. When will the sounds of her jingling social bells give bliss to my ears, being a maidservant standing by the gate?
That is what Mahaprabhu wanted.
Yes, what he wanted to reach. Yeah, yes, but
And give us.
And the mother is allowed to concentrate to protect them. But just listening is feeling very well from her husband. Mother is not.
Loud people not understand.
Yeah. And mother is concentrate to protect them. Radha and Mohan in even only listening, her such bell, jingle bell, jingling. They catch what's going on inside. Listening is feeling. Listening is feeling. For the senses of Manjari can feel their leader. This is the beauty of Manjari. Doing the same at the same time, only listening, they can catch everything. This is the connection of one heart. Which is not Rasa. This connection they have. That's why they can do this well.
So before we were reading this Anarpita Chiram Jira, that this was not given before. So this position, like we read now, this gatekeeper of the Nikunjas was unavailable to anyone before Mahaprabhu came. So he came to give us this position. And we should really try to have this identification more and more. It's a wonderful gift.
And we are so fortunate now that we are reading, listening, meditating about these pastimes, hoping that these strong desires will appear also on our hearts, because we got the chance. Prabhupada, when will the sounds of her jingling, social bells, give bliss to my ears, being a maidservant standing by the gate? Prabhupada says, O Ishvari, please fulfill this desire on my mind.
Sometimes the manjaris are in the position that Krishna is coming there, and they are the gatekeeper, and they have the power to and he goes to them and he begs, please, can I please come in? So we were talking about Jayananda Maharaj was talking about the Supreme Personality of Godhead is now begging to the manjaris for entrance into the powerhouse. So 500-600 years ago, nobody would have known this. And now by the grace of Baba and Sadhu Maharaj, we can sit here and think about that. Imagine that, like on the whole world, this was not talked about. The only talk was like Chandidas and Vidyapati, how they, Sakiba, but not that the Supreme Personality of God is even, I think he's falling down and he's kneeling down and praying, please, can I go into my Swamini? Can I please see my Swamini? Imagine that. The king is coming to a servant and telling the servant, can I please enter my throne room? Like this. This is very, very astonishing. And yeah.
The majority told him, no, you can.
Yeah, no.
Who can say, no? Who can
say this? Lalita Vishaka are in no position of even thinking about it.
And this is the special Mr. Chaitanya.
Yeah, so Gauranga Sundara said, we are so fortunate. I said before also, if we back to, say, 30 years ago, and then we are listening Prabodhananda Saraswati's Vrindavan Mahimamrita. This is one Maharaj was talking. And then he's saying, to become Manjari, we have to know how to decorate Swamini, how to serve Swamini, how to offer better, how to decorate, so many things he said. Then we are wondering, how can we learn this intimate service for Radhika? Because at that time, no book in English. Maybe some book, but at least we could not we could not find out.
Yeah.
Honestly, nobody. And then, this is my question: which book or to whom approach to this kind of intimate seva, intimate ingredient, intimate service, and intimate relationship. So this is at that time we are so much try to find but nowhere. So in this, by the massive Anandas Babaji Maharaj and also our Gurudev Sadhu Maharaj, now we are reading in this very intimate book, Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi Virakas Manjula. This for me, I feel very fortunate also, very rare. So if we think 30 years ago, we cannot imagine honestly. Maybe Tarun Baba or Goran Sundaram may understand, but other people say this is natural, this is ordinary. But I don't think this is very, very rare. So therefore Gurudev say, now we have favorable situation. Favorable say, like wind is coming. Because we could have this English book and we could have this Rashika association with Gurudev and other elevated Vaishnava.
Also that to say that, when we look back, I remember not many people had the loba, not many people had this interest, which is natural because everyone has like Gauranga Sundara, everyone has their own path. So when I was there, I remember in the 89, 90, there was one man coming to our ISKCON temple, which was this temple in Heidelberg. So, and he was from Yugoslavia, maybe you know him, Vishnu Das. Very sweet disciple of Harikesh, and he had a huge table, and they all, after the Sunday feast, they were selling photos of Radha Shyama in Vrindavan, and Balaram.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and he's selling these wonderful photos of Radha Kunda.
Photographs.
Yeah, he's a photographer. Very good photographer.
Yeah.
And I was there as a bhakta, and I was thinking, my God, what is this? And I was asking him, what is this lake here? What is this? What is this? And he said, this is Radha Kunda. And even, I did not know anything. I just took the photo and I put it in my armoire, in my cupboard when I was there as a bhakta for 1 year or some months. And I was asking, what is this? And everyone told me, you don't need this. This is too high. You don't need this. You don't need to know Radha Kunda. No, not now. And maybe they have been right at that time. But I always felt this very much attraction to this place. So, and there have been like maybe 100 devotees there or more. And only 10, 15 maybe have been interested in the subject matter. So this is also like you read from millions and millions of people, one, and from them one, and then them one. So then we were sitting there and talking about this, but other people, like said, they don't want to know and they cannot understand because it's totally not their mood. But actually it's open for everyone. Mahaprabhu opened it up for everyone, but I found it very astonishing that only a few have interest in that. And they went to Radha. Some have been to Vrindavan many, many times, but not one time to Radha. And not interested in Radhika. So this is also interesting that the paths from everyone is very different. And we should never, like we have always said, we should never disturb those in a different path. Because like you said, everyone thinks their path is the best and everyone has the role to play to enhance Rasa Raj, to enhance Krishna's enjoyment.
I also sometimes travel in this business, at that time.
Davaji, you want to share something?
No, just enjoying Radha.
You are supporting us.
Yes.
Someone else wants to share from Zoom screens?
Amazing, huh? They're so eager to hear. Because in Europe, you can imagine like a 2, 3 a.m. Wow, Davaji is so eager.
Gopinath, we were meditating yesterday evening about Gopinath's very wonderful explanation about Uddhava, why Uddhava wants to become a blade of grass in Vrindavan, so that the gopis' dust will always be on their head. And then Gurudev gave a wonderful explanation, Gopinath gave a wonderful explanation. And I was also thinking that this also shows the glories and the power and the this exalted position of the gopis, what to speak of the manjaris. If such a highly elevated jnani, he wants to become a blade of grass, that the lotus dust is going on his head, is another evidence of manjari path. That is the highest position there is. This is also very, very wonderful. Uddhava, he had to learn this, that wow, how elevated are the manjaris. And how useless is my like Gurudev said, the job he had to do, he had to go there and convince them. And he could not do the job. Everyone said, what are you talking about? Is this? Mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba, this is the shoes of my son. What are you talking about with all this, philosophy? This is very wonderful.
Philosophy does.
Yeah. I thank Gopinath so much that he really put it out so nicely.
Wow, we missed.
So nicely.
And also, actually, this story, we may compare. At first, I think Bhagavatam 10th chapter, Brahma praying. And then Brahma praying, he praying, any Brajavashi, I need foot dance. Who is living any person in Braja? This is Brahma's prayer. Because Brahma could not understand or could not see very intimate pastime of the gopis. He only sees some kind of saka, friendship pastime. And then Uddhava could direct see the gopis' behavior, gopis' feeling.
The emotion. It was all about the bhava.
Yeah, bhava.
So wants to show him what is what.
And then especially Radhika's feeling. So and then he prayed, I need foot dust of gopis. But also he did not specifically say, I need the foot dust of Radhika. He did not say like this. Because this is kind of limit of Bhagavatam. So this Gurudev said 5,000 years ago. This is kind of Gopi Baba is the limit of, or Gopi Baba and Baba said, Rasa Lila in Gopi Baba. A Braja is this limit of Braja at that time.
But Rasika, gurus like Sadhu Maharaj and Anandadas Babaji Maharaj and Prabhupada and Narayan Maharaj, they can see where is Manjari there, and they can see where is Radha Nam there. I remember Narayan Maharaj giving a glance, and he's citing many verses from. He even put out one book where he explains that those who are well versed and those who are rasik and self-realized, they can see. He even goes as far as to say in every verse. So he didn't explain all the 18,000 verses, but he showed us some verses where you as a devotee, you sit there and you say, yeah, right. And then he explains it, the words, like Shriyam, Swabhakti Shriyam. It's Unadachwala Rasam, Swabhakti Shriyam. So we think, yeah, Shri, it means wonderful, it means glorious, it means beautiful, magnanimous. But then you hear from Rasik devotee, you hear, no, this Shri means lotus feet of Swamini. And you think, wow, okay. Shri, this is Swabhakti Shriyam, Bhakti to the lotus feet of Shri Radha. So this is what these, like my Gurudev and like Sadhu Maharaj and like all these Rasik devotees, they milk. They can milk the verses and they can milk and tell us what is the essence, the concentrated form of that. So Shukadev Goswami was not able to pronounce the word Radhika, but Aradhito, everyone knows this, that it is there. But if he would have said it, boom, he would have fainted in ecstasy. So therefore, like Sadhu Maharaj is always saying, Gurudev is always saying, like Baba is always saying, Anugatya is the only way we can come out of this maze. The Anugatya means that we follow what our Guru is telling us and what our Guru is teaching us, and what they are expecting, they are giving us. And we are really fortunate that we can sit here and, extract these highest meanings, which, like in the beginning of Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, Shiva, Brahma, Narada. No way. What we now are discussing, gatekeeper of the Nikunja, it sounds arrogant, right? it sounds arrogant. We sit here and talk about this, and Narada and Shiva, they have no entrance in this. It's very, very, like you said, like we read it. I know in Vrindavan Mamrita we read all these things until we found, especially with Manjari, which is a manual for Manjari, we never had this possibility to go into that. And sometimes we still take it for granted. I speak for myself. We still think, oh yeah, this is Manjari, very nice. But actually this is, like Gurudev is saying, this is the Alpha and the Omega. And every time when I'm here and every time when we read from these Shastras, we know, oh my God, this is unbelievably valuable. Especially with Snigdha and Sachati Sangha. Those who are in the same mood, we all sit here in Vrindavan, we all at the feet of Gurudev, at the feet of Radha Mohan, of Radhika, and those in Zoom, they're always with us. So this is very, very precious. Sachati means same mood and Snigdha means loving. Not envious, not competition, not one who is better. I know better, you know better. This is not sharing. So Sachati means love, same heart. And Snigdha, Rupa Goswami is saying, means very loving. Affectionate. Yeah, affectionate. Loving. Jai Jai Shri